Okay, here's some tips and tricks for changing your spark plugs. In this case, a 2014 Toyota Corolla. I'm not a professional mechanic, but I've been working on this stuff most of my life. So these are just little things that work for me. I'm sure there are better ways of doing it. I've seen other videos where people talk about using a magnet to get the plug out once they unscrew it because the cylinder is far down, and they're using regular 9/16 sockets. And so when you put this in, it just doesn't grip it coming out. Same when you're putting the new plug in, there's nothing to grip it. And some people said to drop it down the hole, which I think is really bad, especially for the gap, because you could hit the wrong way, it could bend the gap, and then you have other issues. I think the best way is to simply go to an auto parts place or somewhere and buy a specific socket that is a spark plug socket 9/16. It has a rubber inside. See, you can barely see it, but there's a rubber in there, and that will hold all this together. This is very simple stuff, but some people don't think of doing that. And so it holds it in when you put it in, holds it when you get it loose and pull it out, you're good to go. If they're brand new, they're very stiff, and I like to put a little grease, a little dielectric grease just right in there, and it helps loosen things up so it comes in and out. It's still stiff, but it comes in and out. The other thing is I have old tools. I have like old Craftsman tools, right? This is your old Craftsman socket. And I like to check, how tight these are holding. And in this case, that's good. And the new socket side here is good. It's stiff so that, when you're pulling something out, or say you run into problems and you want to pull this whole socket extension out, you don't want this to pop out, right? And leave stuff in there like the socket or what have you. So I test that first, and I found right here, this old stuff here, it was not solid, and it was the one that I had to use. So I just took some electrical tape and just put it in there, and it's going to hold it nice. Notice I have the universal adapter that pivots. This is something good to have for the Toyota Corolla because it's off center a little bit, and the rubber on the top gets in the way. But the fact that you can move this a little bit just makes it easier getting things out. So again, get the spark plug socket 9/16, spend the $8, it's worth it. And get the universal adapter that can pivot a little bit, and make sure you have at least 6-inch extension. You should be good. These are at least things I would do in getting this done. Hope it helps. Thank you.